There were a lot of teams who showed signs of improvement and success this year, and we're going to tell you who you should keep an eye on in 2025. AQ, I'll start with you.
The Cincinnati Bengals, they have to. Joe Burrow and that offense was incredible this year, and they had one of the worst offensive lines in football, period. I mean, they were putting up 500-plus yards of offense almost every single week. Jamar Chase is wide receiver 1A or 1B, however you want to look at it. They need to get better up front. If they can get better up front and protect them, and oh, by the way, put a defense that's even remotely competent on the other side of the ball, this team goes from damn near making the playoffs to being a contender overnight. I think that's going to be the message. I think that's going to be a big point in the offseason is, hey, how do we get guys on defense? How do we fix our offensive line? We do those two things, all of a sudden we're back to being in the Super Bowl, period.
Is T. Higgins going to be on that team next year?
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter. You don't got to pay him, Jay. All right, Jay, what team are you saying is going to make a major jump next year?
I picked the Washington Commanders for the future because of Jaden Daniels and Adam Peters and Dan Quinn. They know exactly where to help Jaden out. They need some more speed at wide receiver, maybe a tight end that can threaten down the field, maybe a back. Let's get a back in there with explosive abilities, Justin. You know what I mean? Let's go get one. And then defensively, they know where the holes are. Commanders are in great shape long-term with that quarterback, Jaden Daniels.
Colt, who is your team to watch in 2025?
My team to watch is the Denver Broncos. I don't know how we all felt about Bo Nix. I was unsure, but he's a young, promising quarterback. He made some nice plays this year. Sean Payton built this system around his skill sets, his strengths. I think they got their quarterback of the future for sure. It's a young roster. They got a few pieces on defense that are young and good. You got to have answers every week when you go against them. They led the league in sacks. They battled challenges as the season started because of their salary cap, all the dead money, and they still made the playoffs. They've got a good young quarterback. Their defense is solid. They're well coached. Sean Payton's turned around programs before. Look what he did to the Saints. Internally, they're going to have really high expectations. I know their ownership wants to win. I think this team will be fun to watch next year. And I know inside that locker room and inside that team, like their expectations are going to be high next year.
So you're saying they're going to make a jump. That means they're going to win playoff games or win the AFC Championship over Kansas City, the Chargers, Baltimore, Buffalo,
Texans.
They made the playoffs this year. What are we talking about?
We said the team that's going to make a biggest jump next year.
Team to watch.
Oh, we need a definition of this team to watch category. When are we going to talk about the Browns, Justin?
Well, here we go. That segues nicely into what I want to talk about here today. And I'm actually just going to give my quick thoughts. I'm going to let you guys just go at it. All right. With that being said, my team to watch is the Cleveland Browns next year. And I only need to give you one reason. Deshaun Watson is not going to be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns next year. And that is why there is going to be improvement. I don't think it's also going to be Jameis. I'm looking at you, Kirk Cousins. You're going to come up to Cleveland. You're going to have all this talent around you. Jerome Ford came on strong late. You got Jerry Jeudy, who's a bona fide one. He took off towards the end of the season. You had the best non-quarterback in football in Myles Garrett. The Cleveland Browns are going to be a fun team to watch next year. Now, I'm going to kick it back to you guys to just go after that one for a bit. The model works. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. It works. The Browns just got to not have Deshaun at quarterback.
The Eagles have better players, like offensive line, defensive line, cornerbacks, secondary. The only guy that's better for the Browns is Myles Garrett, right? So name another position other than Myles Garrett that would play for the Eagles.
Denzel Ward.
Myles Garrett's going to get traded to the Bills.
Okay, hold on. I'm making a caveat. If Myles Garrett is not on the team, I want out. I don't want to take this pick anymore.
Don't you want to know who the quarterback is too, Justin? I mean, my God.
As long as it's not Deshaun, I feel better about it. If Jameis Winston was a quarterback, they would have been at least 500. Why didn't no one mention the Cardinals? Why didn't Colt mention the Cardinals here?
They're always 8-9. Always. Or 7-10. They're always going to be that. That's the way they are. They're going to show They're going to have like a 3-game winning streak. Woo! Then they're going to lose 4. They're going to lose 3, win 4. It's going to be, and then 8-9. Good job.
I'm laughing because it's so true.
All right, here's the last question I have then. What is a team that's going to take a step back? A team that made the playoff that's going to regress? Or a team that everyone's going to be high on and you're like, no, they're not going to be good next year?
Minnesota Vikings for me.
I agree 100%.
Sorry, Colt. I say the Denver Broncos.
Yes.
Really? Why? Tell me why.
Bo Nix, man. Bo Nix is young. He's okay. I don't know if he's a guy that can win 10 games every year.
You think Jaden Daniels takes a step back with Cliff Kingsbury in his second year? What do you think?
I don't think so. I think Jaden's really good, and they have a really good rapport right now, and they're staying together. I think they'll be fine. They can add more no huddle. They can do a lot of different things, but Bo has a long way to go, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. I do like Bo, but I just think they're going to have a tougher schedule this year because they come in second in the division. So it'll be a little bit tougher schedule. So, yeah.
All these divisions, I think the Lions will probably take a step back next year. That would be my pick. I think they got good players. I think they got a great offensive line. Offensively, defensively, they got good players. But when you lose coaches like that, when you lose that camaraderie and that scheme and that system that you've been used to, obviously their head coach is a stud. And he'll figure it out. But I don't think you'll see the Lions being as good as what they were this year. That's my opinion.
I wanted to go Vikings with you, AQ. I'm with you there. I'm also thinking the Pittsburgh Steelers. I didn't think they were very good this year. They won all those close games. I think the Steelers regress, and Mike Tomlin has his first sub 500 year next year.
They did lose their last 5 games in a row, so that'd be... I just love fucking with you, Justin. That's all. No matter what you say, even if I agree with it, I'm going to fucking disagree.
You disagree with yourself and me just to spite me.
Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable. Yeah,
yeah, whatever. I could play great with Andy Reid. Fuck.
The best app for your big game party is on your phone. That's right. You and all of your friends could be feasting on Underdog. Ride together on stats like passing yards, first TDs, interceptions, and so much more. If you or your friends haven't joined Underdog yet, what are you waiting for? Whoever signs up today using code POCKET, capital POCKET, will get up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, that's code POCKET for up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Head to the App Store and download Underdog today.